Okay. Well, I'm gonna try this again. I am, like I said before, really bad at technology, and I recorded a review trying to get as close to a um, visual presentation as I can on this. So I'm gonna try to review it again. It's been a nightmare. I try to get it, upload my video from my phone to Google Drive, and I'm just literally the worst at any technology whatsoever. So hopefully this actually does work, but yeah, no promises. Just wanted to thank Abby for actually sending me this. I really appreciate it. I was looking through it. I kind of got like a general consensus on how everything works with it. And I do want to say I should have probably waited to hand in my assignment because there's some things in here that looked really good that I could have utilized, as I'm sure you could probably see once you read my assignment. But yeah, so I'll get into it. We'll start with okay, so I'm looking at the heading. Heading looks good. Um, Last name and page number at the top right. All right. So, recurring things in the debate about euthanasia and assisted suicide. Okay. So yeah, I kind of once I was like looking through this, I kind of seen that the topic was about assisted suicide, euthanasia. Looking through it. So the first thing on here was, excuse me, a journal. Okay. Yeah, and then I looked and probably should have looked this up on Purdue Owl if the website link has to be underlined. Did not know that. And then also to accessed on the 13th of March 2022. Yeah, okay. So this article lays out several of the most common arguments for and against assisted suicide. Okay, which is great. So you can kind of see like both sides of the argument. Okay, seems practical analysis and arguments of each of the things previously mentioned will be helpful in considering how to best present the information. Yeah, that's definitely seems like it's a good source. All right, so moving on. Chumbani, Michael, euthanasia and assisted suicide. Global View. So is that a book? ABC 2017. This book dissects moral, physiological questions, historical usage of legal. Okay, all right. Um, Very good. That looks everything looks good there. Yeah, like on mine, I didn't know like how much explanation to give. Like, I feel like some of my sources I could add it a little more, and then some I didn't have as much to say. So I think there was like an amount. I don't know what it was, like four to six sentences explaining something along the lines of that. Okay, moving on to debunking falsehoods about death and dignity, death with dignity organization. Okay, so again, underlined link. Okay, then I'm gonna have to do some looking around for, and then access on the 12th. Okay, death with dignity. So what is it? Is it it's a just a organization? Death with Dignity organization. Okay, the Death with Dignity organization is a pro end of light rights and advocates for people to have control over their deaths. Is it supposed to be end of life? End of light? I honestly do not know. It would make sense if it was end of life. Okay. So this website will be a wealth of information, help build a case for my ethical argument. Okay, yeah, that does seem like get some good feedback on that. Okay, moving on to John Mayer. Assisted dying is cheaper than caring. That's just, I would probably read that argument just from the title. Waterloo, okay, Ontario. I am familiar with Ontario, Canada. It borders Niagara Falls and Buffalo, New York, where I'm from. So, yeah, the Canadians. Mm-hmm. Historical and current. Okay. Mm, okay, again, underlined link. Yeah, I definitely have to look into that because I don't think that I've underlined my links. This article does a good job of laying out the process to pass an assisted suicide bill. Okay. Okay, so this has got to be, I mean, up to this point, and I know like some of the arguments were supposed to be like comfort, not confidential. Jeez, it's early. I haven't finished my coffee yet. There's supposed to be like something that stands out and something that's kind of against the grain and interesting. Um, I assume that the case is going to be for why it is a good idea or some supporting evidence for assisted suicide. Um, and if I was, talking to Abby right now, um, I would talk to her about assisted suicide. I always had the idea assisted suicide for people that are doing like long term prison sentences or people that are like repeat offenders and uh, there's a bit of hopelessness and things that are going on. I don't discuss these topics at work because yeah, probably not the time or the place. But yeah, they're definitely that looking back onto it, I probably could have wrote a paper on that. I got a lot to say. All right. McCormick Cynthia, let's see, state's highest court hears Cape Cod doctor's right to die case. Oh, okay. All right, so let's see here. Historical and current. This source is important for timing. Oh, Kairos. Very good. Shows that patients' right to die battles are happening right now across the country, and it also distinguishes that the plaintiff, a retired doctor, doesn't want to die yet will die anyway and wants control over his end of life options. Okay, so now I see end of life. So I believe that before we're supposed to say life. Um, let's see. This is a helpful insight in repositioning assisted suicide, euthanasia, medical aid, and dying away from mental illness induced self-administered suicide. Yeah, yeah. Okay, that looks very interesting. Okay. Um, Next one, Mitchell, John, understanding assisted suicide. 9 issues to consider. University of Michigan Press. Okay. And that was 2007, and I believe another book. Okay. Get experiences from passing parents to tell me 9 issues that deserve attention when thinking about end of life rights and options. Okay. Very cool. Gauge perspective of loved ones, loss of family members, and was involved in red tape because consideration of the feelings. Okay, yeah, this looks pretty interesting as well. Next one I have here is Margarita and Kathy Hamlin, prisoner number 284797, Human Life Review. Okay. So we got an article here. Doctor who received much media attention, known as Dr. Death. An overview. Was thinking of hearing a doctor-assisted suicide. I need to talk about protecting medical professionals from prosecuting um, when providing compassion to patient seeking death. Okay. Looks good. Okay. Dignity with dying, the importance of choice at end of life. YouTube. TED Talk. Love it. Love TED Talks. I could like just watch TED Talks all day. So very, very interesting. Connected with the TED Talk and has a good chunk of action. The delicacy of the situation. This is a technique I plan to really lean on, and there are some points she's made about professional experience that I would include into my argument. Yeah, yeah. Plus, two, like the thing about TED Talks, it's like everybody has like experience or there's like significance or importance to the topic, for the presenter. So yeah, definitely very interesting. Let's see. Medical assistance in dying. Not as easy as it looks. YouTube. Okay. Let's see. Doctor TED Talk disagrees with assisted suicide. Okay. It explains lethal injection is not actually painless. That people suffer from euthanasia. Okay. This was one of the counter arguments I had not considered, so making sure. Okay. Interesting. Okay. I like how there is a counter argument source in here because I feel like it's going to give people a little bit more perspective on what they, maybe are leading to believe from the paper. But yeah, that very nice. Overall, I think that everything looked really good, and by a lot of the sources on there, it looks like there's going to be a lot of good arguments made within the paper. Like it seems like there's like a wide range of information that you're working with, so everything looks really good, and I am looking forward to seeing how everything goes. Um, thank you for allowing me to do this assignment, and I appreciate it, and I will talk to everybody soon. Thank you.